it's Leanna Henry and I'm back with another video. So today is a kind of chill day. You know, I'm here with the naked face. Well, relatively naked. I still did a little something before I hopped on camera. Naked, right? But I'm in chill clothes and I kind of just wanted to come on and show you guys what's on my phone. So oftentimes you guys ask me, how do I edit my pictures for Instagram, or what are the apps that I like to use as a realtor? So we're just gonna dive in and I'm gonna show you guys, all right? So right now, as you'll see, a lot of the apps on my phone are organized into these folders and categories. So I have music and TV, social, the Bible, utilities, real estate, Google Calendar, finance, travel, extras, photo, camera, food, games, shopping, calendar, education, health and fitness, focus keeper, and then Xfinity hotspots. So Xfinity hotspots actually needs to go into its own little folder because I don't really use it like that. It was something that I needed a few weeks ago when like AT&T was down in the whole state essentially, and I like literally still had to keep working. So that's what that is for. But if I swipe left, then I just have a blank screen, because sometimes when I have this full screen of stuff, I just get a little anxious. So sometimes I just need a little blank screen and just to look at myself, because I like me. And I hope you like you too. So put it in the comments below if you are one of those people who has yourself as your background on your phone. So we'll start with the music and TV folder. I use Spotify very, very often. I'm a huge fan of Spotify, but the two that are most important in this folder are YouTube Studio and the YouTube app itself. So YouTube Studio is for people who are actual YouTubers and they have a channel to you know, keep up with. So as you'll see in here, you know, I have the analytics of my most recent videos, the revenue that I've made so far this month, how many subscribers I've gotten in the last 30 days, etc., and then comments and things like that. So this is the app that I use to make sure that I'm responding to your comments and just keep up with everything, all of that jazz. So that's it for that folder. In the social folder are the apps that I use the most often, which are Instagram and Facebook. But I actually had to take Facebook out of this because I was just clicking on it way too much. So I was like, I'm gonna take Facebook out of this. So now when I wanna go to Facebook, I actually swipe and I have to type it in. And it takes me a few seconds longer, but I feel like I spend less time on Facebook because I'm not able to click it right away, you know? So we're gonna skip the utilities folder because it's really not that special. There's not too much going on with that. But the one that I know all of you guys wanna know about is my real estate folder. So I have the Showing Time app, Slack, which I actually need to delete. So we'll do that now because that is the app that we used at my old brokerage to keep up with each other. But I don't use that as much anymore. So Showing Time, Realtor.com, Zillow, Compass, Dotloop, SuperKey, HomeSnap, and CenturyKey. Now there's a couple of reasons why I have two different key apps. So one of them is for one state and another is for Michigan. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about what the other state is about, but the ones that I use the most often are Showing Time. So Showing Time is the app that you use to schedule your showings. So some realtors like refuse to use them because they were recently bought by Zillow, and some are huge fans of Showing Time. I'm a part of the latter group, okay? Absolutely love Showing Time. It makes life so easy. Your sellers can download their version of Showing Time and they can manage showings for their house. Like, it really is a great, great resource. So I'm a fan of Showing Time. And then Realtor.com and Zillow, I have those just because I use them as different ways to search for houses that may not be on the MLS, but they're for sale by owner. Or if I want to send a property to a client, the view is easier for them to see it on their phones if I send it through Realtor or Zillow versus other apps. I have Dotloop, and then I also have DocuSign. I'm not a huge fan of DocuSign. That's the newer you know, signing system that my new brokerage uses. So I'm still learning it and trying to figure it out. I actually need to delete Freshdesk too, now that I'm looking at that. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that as well. I probably should have like ran through this before I just jumped on and started showing you guys what's on my phone, but we keep it real around these parts, right? cool. HomeSnap, I literally love so much. So if you guys are agents and you're not using HomeSnap, I strongly suggest you download that app. This is not sponsored. I wish it was sponsored, but it's not. So, oh, these are the houses that I was looking up for a client recently. So we're gonna go ahead and exit out of that. But HomeSnap is great. And it just allows you to see properties that are off market, properties that are likely to list, and you can find like seller information easier and things like that. So HomeSnap is great. And then Century Key, so that's for you to open up lockboxes that are electronic. So if your state has not started using electronic lockboxes, they probably will soon. So you just walk up to a lockbox, you push the button to wake it up, and then you punch in your key code on your phone, and then they speak to each other via Bluetooth, and then boom, the lockbox pops open. So we really, really love that. So that's pretty much the same from Century Key to Supra Key. So same stuff, same stuff. So finance, it has Cash App, Bank of America, QuickBooks, which I need to re-download. I have not been on top of it, but I have a CPA now, so it's a little bit easier. Venmo, Chase, Amex, Capital One, Robinhood, Webull. So pretty much all the things that you need to keep your financial life organized and in order and on top of things. I probably would say I use Cash App the most often, but then again, probably not. I probably use Webull the most often. Webull is my preferred way to trade and just look at stocks and things like that. Webull actually just finished their beta testing for Dogecoin, so you can buy Dogecoin through Webull as well. So if you don't have Webull already, you can hit the link in the description box and sign up through that through my personal code. Get on top of it, okay? But I just like to stay on top of my finances. I'm checking my credit score all the time. Y'all know I do not play about my credit score. And I'm checking my accounts and just making sure that nothing looks crazy or suspicious. So I am thankfully in the place in my life where I have everything on auto pay, y'all. Ooh, baby, your girl is on it. But I still, I still check my accounts just to make sure that none of those companies are playing me or they're not double charging me or anything like that. But Webull is the move. Make sure you hit the link in the description box. And yeah. And then to travel. So y'all know I'm a fan of traveling. So my favorite apps to find like cheap flights. I also have a whole video on how I book my flights and find cheap flights. So I'll link that in the cards up here and then also in the description box below. But I really love Skyscanner and Skiplagged. And then Hopper is also a good one. I don't use it as often though. As you can see, it's not, it's in the cloud. It's offloaded off of my phone. But Lyft, Uber, I am more so a fan of Lyft. I don't really use Uber as often because Lyft is typically, it's just cheaper. I keep looking over to the left because there's this squirrel that's on the fire pit in my backyard. Just like, I don't really know what he's doing, but I can't stop looking at him because he's so cute. I have a ton of parking apps on my phone because I'm just always in different places. Google Maps Google Maps holds me down. I am not an Apple Maps girl at all. So I have an iPhone, but I do not, I hate Apple Maps so much. It's not, how do y'all, no, immediately no. I've seen what I need to see, no. And then Fly Delta, so that's the airline that I fly with the most. And then all of these other apps, so Lounge Buddy, Priority Pass. So I have lounge access because of the type of American Express card that I have, but I use Lounge Buddy to figure out which lounges are in what airports. It's just easier to find it on a map that way. We're gonna skip extras because there's just nothing really special in there. Yeah, it's kind of boring in there, so we're gonna skip extras. And then photo. This is another thing that you guys ask me all the time, is what I use to edit my pictures and my thumbnails and all that jazz. So PhotoGrid is what I use to add in the like emojis to my thumbnails when you guys see them on YouTube. Snapseed is the GOAT. Literally love Snapseed so much. It's just a really great tool, and I highly suggest that maybe you look up some YouTube videos or something to really know how powerful, oh, my notifications are on. To really know how powerful of a little app it is. And then Facetune. So I don't use Facetune for my face per se, but I like to use it for the patch tool. So for example, I will show you guys. Oh, actually it's showing right now. So this vanish, like how they just got rid of that light post in that picture, like I use it for things like that. Because y'all know I'm a huge advocate of showing up exactly how I look on social media. I don't like to alter or change my face. I feel like that aids in body dysmorphia and a lot of like insecurities on social media. So I don't like to do it personally. The photos, DJI Go. I don't know how to pronounce it. DJ, I don't know. But that is the app that goes with my handheld gimbal. So I have a stabilizer for my phone. I don't use it as often, but it really is the GOAT. So that's on there. Visco. So Snapseed and Visco are my two go-to apps, right? I love Visco because I have, here, I'll show you guys. So I have this photo of these roses that my man gave me when he picked me up from the airport. But I have these recipes over here. So I have 10 recipes that I made that are my go-to, that look the best for my photos. So I can just, you know, cycle through and see which one looks the best. But I can also go through here and change the exposure, or I can, I really like going to HSL and changing like the hues. So the different, you know, colors. So if you want to focus on and make the blue different in the picture, that kind of stuff. Okay, so Visco really is the GOAT. Don't use Fuji as much anymore. Used to use it all the time, don't use it anymore. GoPro Quick, still getting used to that because you guys know my GoPro is new. And all these other ones are just not as, I just don't really use them as much. I do want to start using Premiere Rush more often though. I've heard that that is a great on-the-go editing tool for your phone, because I use Adobe Premiere Pro for my full-blown videos on my desktop, but I want to try it on my phone. I haven't really got into that yet. Food, I don't eat fast food. I don't consider Chipotle or Chick-fil-A as fast food though. So that's why I have those apps in here. So yeah, Starbucks is the GOAT. That's the one that I use the most often. Y'all know how I feel about Starbucks. What's understood don't need to be explained. I don't play games too much on my phone, but I have low-key been obsessed with Monopoly. I haven't played it in a few months though because I've been really busy, but I love Monopoly. Like, especially when you play it the right way. As a realtor, Monopoly is so much fun, literally so much fun. Okay, shopping, when I still have these apps on my phone, but I used to be an Instacart and Shipt shopper, like just to make ends meet. Ain't no shame in hustling to get your next dollar and pay some bills. Okay, don't let anybody tell you differently. But I do use actually Instacart and Shipt to get my groceries delivered because I just be tired. Target, Sam's Club, Amazon, those kinds of things. And then Calendly is software that I use to schedule my buyer consultations, seller consultations, and pick my brain consultations. So it's really great to be able to manage those on the go. I had a masterclass pass in quarantine, but I haven't used it anymore, so that's why the app is offloaded. But Libby is amazing, okay? So Libby is an online library, and literally all you need is a library card. So you put your library card information in there and you can check out books as if it's an actual library. You check them out for 14 days, you can place holds on books. It really is amazing. What else do we have in here? Health and fitness. I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to do with health and fitness, so we're gonna speed past that negativity, okay? But Focus Keeper, the last app that I want to talk about, is literally amazing. So for me, I have trouble staying focused. I can't stay focused for longer than a certain amount of time without my mind wandering, or I get distracted or something like that. So Focus Keeper, what it is right now, it's on a focus round. So you focus for 20 minutes and then you have a 10-minute break. And then once you complete that, then that's one round complete. Actually, why aren't my rounds showing up? I don't know. Anyway, that's one round complete. And then my goal is to do 12 rounds a day. So as you can see, you play it, and then it has this little music of, like, you know, the sound of a rainstorm while your focus is happening. And then when your break is happening, I put the sound of a beach and waves. So I really like using that app, especially when I need to just get stuff done. In the bottom row, you'll see I have my phone, text message. What is that called? Chrome. Gosh, Chrome. Chrome is my preferred browser. I don't really use Safari like that. I use Safari on my desktop, but Chrome is my preferred browser on my phone. And then of course, Gmail. That's all of the things that are on my phone. I hope it was helpful and wasn't too boring of a video, but if you guys have any questions about other apps that I have, or for me to explain a little bit more about the ones that I showed, just drop them in the comments below. I don't have a problem with letting you guys know what it is that I use and kind of helping to explain a little bit more about what I got going on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, for hanging out with me all throughout the month of July. I'm sorry I missed those 2 days of uploads, y'all, but I'm working on it. I'm gonna catch up. I was traveling, Wi-Fi was shoddy, like it was a thing. I had just as much anxiety about not posting a video as you guys not having one to watch, okay? So thank y'all for just supporting. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends, hit that little bell, all that jazz for the YouTube algorithm. But above all else, always remember that you, yes, you are pure gold, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.